Hello and welcome to Blytheway Business News. Today we're joined by Andy Warne. Andy is Managing Director of National Milk Records. Now that's an unusual name for a company listed on a stock exchange, but National Milk Records is responsible for testing 50% of the UK's 2 million cows. And Andy's going to tell us why that is and what they do. Andy, hello. Can you start, please? Give us a quick overview of National Milk Records.
Sure, yeah, I'd love to. So, as you say, the clue is in the name, National Milk Records, originally part of the Milk Marketing Board, government agency, when government controlled food supply in the UK, privatised a long time ago now, so we're completely in control of our own destiny. 3 revenue streams. First one is payment testing, where it's the milk buyer, so that's the Muller or Arla, who are the customer. We get a sample of milk from every dairy farm every day, and we test it for the quality of the milk, and the farmer then gets paid off the back of our results. Second business you mentioned before is the recording business, where we visit the farm. We visit half the dairy farms in the UK once a month, and we would test the individual cows on that dairy farm on the day. So the farmer is the customer there. And then we've got a new emerging revenue stream, which is disease testing, where we've done a lot of work with wasting disease of cattle, which is Johne's disease. But increasingly, we're getting involved in bovine viral diarrhea, BVD, very similar to COVID testing, where we're testing milk and tissue for virus with PCR. So either the milk buyer's the customer, farmer's the customer, and both are continuing to pay us very well in the middle of this sort of unprecedented event.
So is it fair to say that you are providing a level of quality assurance for consumers, be that retail consumers or people buying large amounts of milk, that the milk they're buying from British dairy farms is of a high and consistent quality? Is that what we're talking about here?
Absolutely, yeah. We're either providing, we're looking at the quality of the milk, as in testing the milk. So we'll pick up if there's any contaminants in it, such as antibiotics. But more importantly, we're also looking at the quality of the farm. We're looking at the health and welfare of the animal. So all the retailers would have some sort of interaction with NMR. But if you take a direct customer like Sainsbury's, we would be providing when you look at a bottle of milk in the supermarket, you'll see there's effectively a disclaimer on the side which talks about the fact that Sainsbury's are monitoring the health and welfare of the cows which provide the milk to the retailer, and we would be providing that service.
And you're being paid. I mean, your customers are they the retailers or are they the farmers?
Well, both. So both the processor, the Muller and Arla, will pay us for the payment testing side of our business. The farmers will pay us for a number of the services that we provide, but we also have a direct relationship with the retailers. So in fact, Sainsbury's would pay us directly. So we've got many revenue streams within the UK dairy industry.
Now, you've recently announced a quarterly update. Can you give us a bit of detail on that, please?
Yes, so a moment of calm in a very busy world. So this was January, February, and March. So if you look at the news flow from NMR, the previous quarter, we'd suffered a very significant ransomware attack in our business, which knocked our was a very, very tough time for NMR. So the beginning of January, the beginning of this period that we've just reported, there was a sort of we were recovering from our own virus, a ransomware attack, RYUK. Then the business started to trade properly during January, February, and March, but you're starting to see the beginning of the COVID lockdown at the end of March. So these 3 months revenue are sort of like a snapshot in time, but revenues have increased on a year-on-year basis. And it's great to see a number of our growth projects where we're seeing revenues increasing in something like Yoni's testing. Some of our core business was still, there's a little bit of a lag from our ransomware attack, but in this quarter, we're showing revenue growth, and it just gives us just a bit of a view of what our underlying business looks like. If you take away all of these sort of external factors, our business is very resilient and growing.
Now, you're clearly excited about the future. So just give us, again, a bit more detail on what the next 3 years could look like for National Milk Records.
If you look at all of our revenue streams, the potential just to grow organically is there. You know, I said that we milk recorded 50% of the UK dairy herd. Well, that means that there's 50% more to go at. We have 100% market share in terms of payment testing, in that we get a sample of milk from every dairy farm every day, but we can increase the number of tests that we actually do on that sample. So the summary of what our strategic plan is that we are very focused on our core business, and we believe that we can, that as a service provider in a dairy sector that just needs more of our services, we believe that we can grow organically and bring in new services at the same time. I think the COVID-19 outbreak, just my personal view, I think society will be better at the end of it, and I think we will all start to think about, what are the most important things to us. What's actually important, and good quality food, good reliable sources of food are what's important, and that does play into our core business, which is testing milk.
So over the next 3 years, if the business is all about growing organically, testing more milk, growing your capacity to test more milk, are you putting more infrastructure in place into the business to enable you to do just that, to grow organically?
Well, I guess more of the same, only better, kind of implies that the simple answer to that is no, we don't need to, because we have all of the customers. We have the, if you like, the ability to talk to those customers, because we have the field force, we have the technical expertise to communicate, and the channels to communicate with those customers. We have the laboratories, and we have the transport network. So in simple terms, we don't need to invest hugely in our infrastructure. And clearly we will be bringing new testing products into our product line. So yes, some nice little shiny machines within the laboratory. And there's one which we're talking about, which is the new GenaCells business, which is really, really exciting. But ultimately, that's just a new piece of equipment within the same infrastructure. So we believe the risks in terms of developing the business following the current strategic plan are pretty low, simply because we understand our business and we understand the market that we're in. So yes, there is investment to take, but that's the exciting end of it. Basically, the infrastructure is already in place.
So you're excited, which must mean that you're confident about the future of the UK dairy industry, I guess, yeah?
Yeah. Do you remember when we used to worry about Brexit and David Attenborough? Those are the things that used to worry us, and that will come back. So Brexit, we are a net importer of dairy products. So we don't import raw milk because it's just too difficult, but things like butter and cheese and milk powder, the UK would be a net importer. We believe that in the medium term, Brexit just favours local production. And so you're seeing the milk buyers such as Muller and Arla investing in processing capacity in the UK. And that means that they need more milk to drive those dairies. So we believe Brexit is not like Christmas, but it's mildly positive for us. And yes, the whole environmental sort of conversation, which is sort of fronted by David Attenborough, is great, because those are farmers are under pressure to reduce their carbon footprint, which we can help them with. They're under pressure to report their carbon footprint, which we can help them with, and the processors and retailers want to communicate that message out to the public. So yeah, I see it as a positive place to be doing business. I mean, we didn't run out of milk in COVID. There was a 140% spike in retail demand for milk at the beginning of lockdown, and the dairy industry responded to it, because it had gone from there had been what we call the services sector. So Costa, Starbucks went to zero, but there was only 0.6% of milk tipped away for 2 days, and the industry managed to rebalance, and then milk did not run out in the supermarkets. So we're positive about it. Vegans make a lot of noise, but 99.5% of households in the UK will buy dairy. We actually think the vegan lobby is a positive thing for us, because it at the very top end, it provides a pressure group which keeps us all honest, and therefore we do look at carbon footprinting, and we do look at health and welfare of animals. So yeah, I'm very positive about dairy in the next 3 years.
So the next 3 years, very positive. Looking for the rest of 2020, without giving too much away, what should investors be looking out for from National Milk Records for the rest of this calendar year?
Yeah, but it's sort of a bit of a broken record here, but I would say more of the same, only better. So our year end is going to finish at the end of June. So the end of June, the 12 months previous to that is going to capture both viruses. So we're going to capture the ransomware attack, and we're going to capture any effect that COVID-19 has had on us. So yes, this financial year, is going to be that whole, whatever you want to call it, unprecedented. But we are, particularly following the ransomware attack, we are a stronger business, and we're a better business, and we're going to carry that forward out into the next financial year. So I'm looking forward to getting much more proactive, getting on the front foot, and starting to get back on organising the business to follow our strategic plan, rather than trying to be reactive to external events which are knocking us about. So no, we're very positive going forward. As I say, I think the focus will now be on food security and food provenance, and that need of the public to feel secure is going to help us drive our strategic plan. So
that plays into your strengths. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks, Andy. That was Andy Warne, Managing Director of National Milk Records. National Milk Records is listed on the Aquis market with the ticker of NMRP, market capitalisation of around £22 million, and a share price of around 102p. That's it today from Blytheway Business News. Thank you for watching.